Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I wanted to talk about InGen. Specifically, I wanted to go into detail about some of the operations that the company was said to be doing after the fall of Jurassic Park. The information that we're going to be going over today comes directly from the Lost World's viral marketing website, which was made to support both that film and the Hollywood ride at Universal Studios. Now the main reason I wanted to talk about this stuff is because it reveals some pretty paranoid behavior, and most of it crosses the line of what's acceptable as ethical business conduct. InGen has never exactly been a squeaky clean company, but it's here where we really get an inside look into what these shady guys had going on during that hectic time in the 1990s, and it really fascinates me. So the main operations that I wanted to go over today are Operation Apprehension and Operation Beeswax. These were put into place by company man Jim Boucher, who was also tied to something we've gone over before on the channel in the past, Operation Clean Sweep. The company's cruel decision to travel back to Nublar and kill all of the brachiosaurs with poisonous gas. So, suffice it to say, these aren't exactly nice objectives. Operation Apprehension states the following. Like so many of my other great ideas, Operation Apprehension came to me while I was in the shower. Hearing a noise in my apartment, a comprehensive reconnaissance later turned up a hinge in need of oiling. I realized that all that separated me from that big scary world out there was a vinyl polymer shower curtain only a couple of millimeters thick. While my feeling of naked exposure was quite literal, I correctly realized that every day, folks must feel like this fairly often on a more metaphorical level. A wellspring of irrational terror poking around under a thin veneer of calm. If I could only exploit it. And I have. I make it a point to create a little paranoia within the work environment each and every day. Sometimes I'll steal a pen from someone's desk, or start a rumor about a particularly nervous employee, maybe even let a dinosaur out of its pen. You can't do better than the anxiety of sabotage. You'll be amazed at how fast these small little things accumulate into something tangible, and when it's tangible, you can control it. Operation Apprehension's purpose is openly described as creating false sabotage threats to encourage a beefed-up security presence. Their reason for doing so seems to be just to create some disturbances in their own company, so it's no doubt linked to Ludlow's corporate takeover that would eventually come to pass. Now, Operation Beeswax is notably different from Apprehension for a few simple reasons, but in truth, it is equally as bizarre. Ever walk up to a fellow employee hard at work at some project or another and sneak a peek at whatever he or she is doing? Maybe it's a pathetic need for reassurance. Maybe it's just nosiness. The point I'd like to make is that regardless of what causes it, it's a reflex action. People just can't help themselves when it comes to meddling in each other's business. My theory has always been to exploit whatever truisms the world has to offer. If people are going to be constantly checking on their neighbor, let's use it to our advantage. Operation Beeswax is a concerted effort to encourage people to rat out their neighbors, as if they needed it. How do we do this? Well, flat out asking them is a good start, but the sharp angle is to create an environment where people will want to tell, where they'll feel like heroes, maybe even get rewarded for doing so. Operation Beeswax is described as encouraging employees to report suspicious behavior of their coworkers. This particular operation actually had 3 InGen members designated as specific targets: Kevin Davis, Jason Preston, and James Saunders, the latter of which was actually accused of attempting to hack into the restricted access area. It seems that in the wake of the company's financial collapse and sabotage from Biosyn, InGen employees actually sparked a small civil war. Now, we see this play out between John Hammond's team and Peter Ludlow's hunters in the Lost World, but I personally find all of this intricate detail to still be pretty awesome. That being said, I should reiterate that this website is currently non-canon, meaning that the events that take place here did not factually happen in the movie universe. Or did they? Truth be told, the answer isn't really that simple, because even though this website has a lot of factual errors and doesn't even line up with what happened in the Lost World movie, the new viral marketing websites have actually retroactively canonized some of the things that happened here in the past, such as the aforementioned Operation Clean Sweep, which was seriously going to go into effect on Isla Nublar before John Hammond called it off. So if we're looking at all of this stuff realistically, I think it's safe to say that the company could very well have been responsible for doing a lot of this. And even if they aren't, It kind of fits in with the whole paranoia and corporate chaos that was allegedly going on during this time in InGen's past. But what do all of you guys think about this stuff? Why do you think InGen was purposefully creating these operations that were deliberately hurting the company? Since they're full of paranoid objectives, do you think any of it actually happened? Or do you think it was just a big dose of fear-mongering that was fabricated to keep company men in line? Whatever your own thoughts and opinions may be, I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. Now before I go, I'd like to thank all of my game wardens, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. Guys, it seriously means the world to me that you all even continue to watch these videos, and I want to thank each and every one of you for all of your continued support. Now I'd like to thank all of you for watching this video and hope you all enjoy today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you all in the next one, guys, and as always, take it easy.